Scorpio, this is your April 2019 forecast. If you would like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, use the link below. And this month is perfect because you have the hypnosis card. So obviously a lot of you will need it. The MP4s are $40 on special, or you can have a one-on-one with me. Do use the link below to book. So you Scorpio, there is the issue of your work, your day and your health, which is going to be the highlight. It's going to be the topic all month for you in April. The issue with that, though, is that there's something about the secret, something below the surface, something to do with your childhood that has actually blocked you and stopped you from being able to reach your pinnacle at work, or for you to be able to overcome a health issue. Maybe it's your work getting in the way of you being able to overcome the health, or that you're, so maybe I drive for a living and I've hurt my back. Maybe it's I can't afford the treatment because I've got to have a job. Maybe it's my health insurance that I've got with my work doesn't cover me for what my health issue was, or it's going to take too long and so I can't take that time off work. And also what your day looks like. How are you going to finish the rest of your day if you've got this health issue? What about you needs to be changed? Because this is about the 12th house. That's what we are opposing: your health, your day and your work. That is where the conflict's coming in. So you have had an issue to do with your health, to do with your work, to do with your day, and things have been up, things have been down, and finally you've come to the place where you feel quite settled. You feel like you know where things are, you know what to do, you're familiar, and this is something you've been working on, and even with your health. So I'm at a point where I think things are good, and there's been some improvement there, and all that hard work is paying off. And then you have this opposition, this obstacle coming, and this opposition from your 12th house, which is secrets. This is unexpected expenses. So maybe that's stopping you from getting that, from leaving your job. Maybe that's stopping you from having the surgery. Maybe it's stopping you from affording your medicines and your health and procedures and those kinds of things. All 12th house things. So subconscious, what's below the surface? The ocean is subconscious. It's the 12th house. This is Pisces, and what below that? This is the subconscious. This is where our paradigms are. This is where we store all of our emotions, PTSD, self-belief systems, how we value ourselves and value others and value our title, our home. Maybe things mean more to you than they do to others, or maybe you'll focus on a certain thing, which in comparison to others is actually more obsessive or more you care too much about something which is really irrelevant, those kinds of things. So the 12th house, which is coming out, which is opposing that, saying it's stopping you from being able to do the 6th house things. It's stopping you from doing your daily chores. It's stopping you from working. It's stopping you with your health. It's stopping you from promoting, from advancing in any of those areas, because this is pulling you down. And this is the chance once and for all. Things are being brought to a head, and you need to do something about this. Now, a lot of it's internal. So again, we're talking about the hypnosis. This is the god of hypno, and it's saying, this is a time where you can have that healing, that treatment that will help you. There is free hypnosis under guided playlist meditation, free things in there, so do use that. There are some there for obsessions, some there for health as well. Then you've got Hermes, which is about communication. So we're talking in our hypnosis. When I do hypnosis, I talk you through a journey, and you talk back to me while under hypnosis, and those secrets are bared. 12th house is about secrets. Maybe this is about something you've pushed down and forgotten about, and through your dreams, through a situation, through a milestone, I put myself out there and look at the result. This has brought my fears to fruition. Maybe my worst fears has come true because I thought, I'll do this, and I was always worried that someone would stand up and say, you're not good enough, or stand up and say, well, that's not going to work, or you're a failure, whatever, and it's actually happened, and you're like, oh my God, loss of faith. And so this is saying, the communication there, you've got to speak up. Hermes is saying communication is where we're going to find that. This is of the tonal month. And the other one we have is Garuda. So like I said, if you work in transport, or if this is about the faith, this is the travel of the mind, this is the belief system and how this is being brought up, and the travel of the mind, through hypnosis, through talking, through alternatives, through my faith, how that's going to help me overcome this. So you are looking at a sudden end, a sudden change to do with your day, your work and your health. Mercury retrograde's bringing back people, siblings, childhood issues, projects. And Uranus is suddenly asking you to commit to those things. Are you going to commit to it or not? So if this is in terms of, something from a belief system or a childhood which is stopping me from this, well, I've got to pee or get off the potty because I'm being asked to commit to this, and it's me that's getting in my way. It's me that's self-sabotaging what it is. So maybe they weren't even talking about me. Maybe they were talking about somebody else, but I got the wrong end of the stick, and so now I want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's all a failure. I'm a failure. Everything's come to an end. Because in our work, our career, and our finance, we do have the Five of Pentacles, which is exactly where Mercury retro is coming in. And this is saying, I feel like I can't get to work. I have got an injury. Again, we're talking about sixth house, which is work and health. I have an injury and I'm too scared to call in sick because I feel like they're going to fire me. I feel like I've made a mistake at work. So my value system, I feel like I'm not valuable. I feel like I'll be the next one that they kick out. I'm not valuable, so I'm not worth it. I'm easily replaced. This is also talking about the labor of finances. Even though you're ill, you can't afford it, you can't take time off. This is an obstacle. This is an imbalance. We're talking about a balance here where things have come off, and you are having opposition in 4 areas. For you, it's your work, your health, it's the endings, the secrets, the things below the surface. It's our projects, it's our siblings, it's our children back on the table, and then it's our commitment. So they are opposing each other. I was going to do this, but now this and this and this has come in, and I don't know what I'm going to do. That's where you are this month. Now, you do have the King of Wands at home, which means that you feel like you're on top of things. So you had a creative solution, and you talk to someone higher up. You talk to your boss. You talk to the surgeon. You talk to a community. You talk to your landlord. You talk to someone in a position of power, and you had this conversation and you've come up with a creative solution. So it's going to be okay. But with your health, you're struck down. Now, this can be about the psychological, because this is our thoughts, this is obsessions, and it's pinned me down. It's giving me this depression. It's making me feel like I can't take time off work because I'm going to lose my job, and the more I stress this, the sicker I'm going to get. It could be the physical mobility. So again, I work on a taxi, I work in a truck, I work in travel industry, and it's physically taking a toll on my body. Or even creativity. I've got a mental block, I've got migraines, I've got seizures, I've got something that strikes me down and makes me immobile, but I feel like I have to go to work because I feel like if I call in sick, I'm going to, Also, there are too many responsibilities. For some of you, you're not getting extra pay for that. Too many responsibilities, or being asked to cover too much, and this has made you sick because your Ten of Swords is saying, I feel struck down. I feel like there's been a sudden flare-up to do with my health or with my mental abilities, which is stopping me. So this is the month. This is the time where this opposition, this inflammation, this thing's coming to a head is for you to sort out these childhood, because the 5th house is our childhood. It's our belief systems. It is what is blocking us, stopping us from moving forward. Like I said, we've got to communicate. This is Garuda, which is also about moving on. And this is Hypnos, which is about our developments through our communication, through our dreams and sleep situation, which will help us get there. We've got Bethany, which says you've got to be careful, indulge. I know that it might be expensive to get hypnosis. It might be expensive to get counselling. It might be expensive to... You don't have the money, so you can't afford a massage. You don't have the money. You can't afford a pick-me-up by having a mani-pedi. You can't afford these things, but this is the time where you should. Now, don't forget, it doesn't cost you anything to go on my playlist, to find one that works for you and press play. That's completely free. That's for everybody all around the world, anytime you want, at home, press play. It's private, it's confidential, and it's my gift to you because I love you and I want you to feel better and I want you to progress and I want you to... find that success that you want. Chantel says you will have that re-energy. You will have, maybe this is just a week. Everything's happening all at once, extra hours. I don't have the money. I can't get in to see the appointment because I don't have the funds, the fee to see them. And I just feel like, oh my God, I can't do another week at work because I'm really bad this week and rah, rah, rah. Maybe it's just a week because you are renewed. You do feel better. And for others, they'll put you in a different role, which will help this whole situation, because we're going to communicate, we're going to talk to someone, we're going to find a creative solution. Maya says we are talking to this specialist, and for some of you, you are a little carrots dangled in front of you that if you do a bit more, whether this be education, whether this be a bit more training, where you do something, that you will be progressive. For others, this is the specialist says, look, this is something I think it's going to work really well for you. It's going to cost a smidge more, but if you can afford it, this is going to give you tremendous results. Then you have Yvonne. There might be an unexpected bill for you for one of your animals, or that you unexpectedly will feel better and I find this in my life, that when I'm having a crisis situation, if somebody else comes to me with an issue or a crisis situation of their own, I do feel better and I'm able to stop focusing on my own issues and focus on somebody else. And by the time I've done that, I feel much better. With your love, you do have the Emperor card. Now, how is the imbalance with you and your partner? How is that interfering with your mental abilities, with your ego, your self-esteem? This card, the Emperor, is maybe you date people that take after your father because you have childhood issues. Maybe you go out with people that try and control you or want to do everything for you, or there's an imbalance there. So this is something else you're going to be looking at during this month. So be kind to you and those you love, and from Jedi Side Jake, may the force be with you.